All right there, YouTube. Okay, so today it's getting kind of late and I was going to put in these LED lights inside of my kayak. Now I put my switch on here last time and I got it working. The funny story is, I'm going to tell you a real quick story. I went fishing on Saturday night, which was yesterday. Last night, I decided to go fishing. And I thought, I'll go right at sunset, you know, go at like 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that, get out on the water around 7. Sunset's at 8:30, but it doesn't matter because I got my light, right? I've got my pole light that I put in. So I was like, cool, I get to try out my pole light. I can fish for till like the high tide was supposed to be at like 11 o'clock at night or something like that. And I thought this will be perfect. I'll be fishing at 9, 10, 11. I can finish up right at the end of high tide, probably catch a couple fish. I get my ice, I load up everything, I get my battery and everything out here. What? Oh. I load up everything and get everything ready to go on the kayak and start fishing at night, and expecting the sun to go down and me to finish up. And I get out there and I put the battery in, get everything set up, get ready to launch, and I click the switch and the light doesn't come on. I said, oh my God, something happened. It was working, now it's not. So I screwed with it for a minute in the back. I thought maybe the wire came off the back somehow. That wasn't it. It didn't work. So I was very irritated. So I fished for like an hour and a half and I didn't catch anything, and I was irritated that I couldn't fish longer. So I load the kayak back up. It gets sunset like 8:30, 8:45. I load all the kayak. I take the seat off. I take everything out. And before I take the battery out, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Let me try that pole one more time. I try it and it works. It was working. I guess it was too light and I couldn't see it when I flipped the switch. I didn't notice it. I couldn't see because it was too bright out. I didn't walk right up to the back because it was in the water at that point. I would have had to pull it up and get up close to it and cover it, but I just thought I didn't notice it coming on, so I just figured it wasn't coming on. Oh, it was coming on all right. I just didn't know it was. I thought it wasn't coming on. So today, now that this is working, I got a new battery box also. What I did was, instead of using that Harbor Freight box, I ordered, I'm going to leave a link in the description below, I ordered an 8x8 by 4 inch PVC box for $21 on Amazon. It's got a screw cover on it. It's a waterproof PVC box. It's got a screw cover on it, but I figure I don't care. I'm not going to get back into it unless I need to. I can charge it from the outside. As long as it has a 12-volt plug coming off of it, I don't need it to be accessible. I'm not going to get into the box. There's no reason for me to open that box up and take the battery out. I can just do it from the charge port. I'll just leave it in there. I just have to find a way to secure it here in the front because it was sliding back. It was sliding up underneath everything. So here's the cord. I also today went and picked up the crimps for this, so I'm going to crimp these on the right way. Let me do that now. These are the type I got. I got these that are they're basically like wire nuts that are crimps, because it doesn't need to be butt splice. It's not going through a hole. It's just going to be right here. So, and I want everything to run through this switch right here, so I don't really need to be able to take this apart at any time. So I'm just going to crimp it back up in here. There we go. Now they're crimped in there. All right. I need to pull this switch back off to get to the back of the switch. So I have to pull this off. I should have pulled it off and left little wires hanging out. That's what I should have done. So basically, this is going to be up inside of here. And then it has a wireless remote, but you don't need it. It just, if you flip the switch, they'll just come on white, which is what I want. If I want to change them to green, I can open this up and put it, I can mount this up inside here somehow, or just leave it up inside there. I just need a hole big enough for this to go in, and I might just run it out through this thing here where the switch is, or I can put another hole here and put one of those connectors that squeezes down on this, and you can cut this stuff. So basically I just stick this in there and run the LED lights all the way around. So here's how I wanted to do them. This is how I want them, like that. I want them just to run right around the inside of this area here so I can see when it's dark. Up behind these foot things, like that. And then around and out through right here. So basically I want to drill a hole right here and have the other end right there. So I got to clean them with some alcohol. I have to clean it up with some alcohol. I can't see if I'm in the shot or not. So basically I have to clean it up with some alcohol and then stick these sticky backs in here and stick it to here. So this stuff here I can Velcro together and stick it up in there. So I need a crimp for the hot. So now I need to cut these, redo these grounds and add a ground, leave a ground wire out for the light. That's what I should have done to begin with. Oh well, it is what it is. Or I can put a crimp, I can put a new end on one of these and jump it off of one of these here. So basically I may as well just cut these off. But now I won't have a crimp for them unless I cut it here. I'll just do it like that. There, I crimped it like that. All right, now I've got the other crimps for these. So I got more of these style crimps, which are the little blue. These type right here. There we go. So now the first switch is going to be First switch is that light, then the second switch is going to be the LED lights. And then it's got a quick connect for this box. So basically I just take it out, stick the box back in here. Now I'm done on the back of this switch. There, that's plenty of room now. There, it fits in there better now. Cut it out a little bit on each side. Perfect. Still has a gap there. I don't know. There's nothing else I can do with it. All right. So I think what I'd rather do, yeah, I guess it'll be all right going across the front here and then going in right here. What's this height? Like right at the top of the switch. All right, I gotta get my alcohol. It's dying. You have to clean it with alcohol. So I've got an old sock that's got a hole in it, and I'm gonna use it to clean the alcohol. So it's pretty clean. I hosed the kayak out, but I'm still gonna clean it with alcohol here real quick. Basically, I want to light up the inside of this footwell. I don't really need to change the color. I don't care if it's just white. So if it comes on and it's white, that's even better, because I'm wanting to light it up. I can change it though. It comes with a remote, and you can change it to different colors. So what it came with was, it came with a 120 volt, like a laptop power brick, with a cord hanging off of it, with one of these little barrel connectors that plugged into this to plug it in. So what I did was, this little adapter came with the lights, and it has like an infrared for picking up the thing. So if I want to change the lights, I could actually hang this over the side. So if I had this, I don't want to, but if I wanted to, I could hang this over the side like this. This is inside out. Like this, I could come over here, hang this over the side, close this, and latch it, and then this will hang out right here, see? It hangs out, so I could use the remote while I'm on the kayak. I mean, I don't know, I could, technically what I could do is, if I wanted to do that. I don't want to do that, but if I did, I could do that. The other option is to drill a little hole and have just this piece sticking out, so I have an infrared, but then that's one more thing and another hole in the kayak that I don't want to do. So I basically just want to take this, shove it through. Does it fit through the 1/4 inch hole, or I have to make it a little bit bigger? Doesn't quite fit through that 1/2 inch hole. This end is a little bit small. So I'm going to get one of those little adapter things that I've got. And put it on here. So arrow to arrow, just like that. What I need to do is tape this I won't do it today, but I need to get some tape and tape this connection up because it's just basically barely sticking in there. It's not really a marine type of use thing. I'll do it just like that. I don't need light in the, well, I could actually put some light down in here if I need to get something in here. I could turn the light on. So I could put some of the light down in here because I've got extra. Leave some of the LEDs inside here. So basically it's peel and stick. You get it where you want it to go. You stick it on. It seems to be holding pretty good. Really good, actually. I want it to go up underneath this foot thing. I don't want to be kicking it. I don't want it to get in the way while I'm trying to kayak. It's definitely something I don't want it to do. It's going downhill. Boy, you stick the stuff on once, you better have it on right the first time. You better like where you put it. And it has a place to cut it. So if you have to cut it, it's got lines that tell you where you can cut it. This is actually working out great. I just hope it stays stuck. That's the only thing. Salt water will ruin everything. Okay, so there's a spot where I can cut it. So I can cut it right here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it right here. So I had a place where I can cut it. So I cut it right there. All right. So that's all that's left. I've got a little bit left on the end. I could always take a piece of this and put it inside the hatch there. So now let's see how it works. Where's my little box? Oh, I left it in here. Okay, it's plugged in. So here's my battery box. It's a 8x8 by 4-inch box with the thing coming off of it. And all I can do is stick it in here, but see, it slides, it's slippery, so I want to find a way to mount it in here, mount something on the sides to hold it from slipping. Now if I flip the switch, nothing happens. Oh, it came unplugged. Let me see if I have to have the remote to make it work. Since I used the remote, I might have turned it off with the remote and it won't turn back on until you hit it. Yeah. So it's got blue, white, green, red. So there's white. Yeah, so you still have to use the remote. Let's see if I flip it off now. Okay, it'll stay on whatever you did it last. Let's see if I make them red. If I make them red, yeah. So the switch works. It works with whatever you had on it last. So if I go green, that's handy. So now I can flip the switch and it'll have green light all inside my kayak. So let me show you guys what this looks like. So see the green lights all the way around the inside of the kayak, and they're up underneath where my feet are. And then on this end, what? On this end, there's a switch, that second switch. So this switch does the light in the back, and the second switch does these lights. And I can change the color with the remote and then just have it turn them on. So this way they're lit up. All right there, YouTube, so there's the lights, and I've got it easily. I can just flip the switch right here. This one turns off the backlight. This next one turns off the LED lights. And no matter what I set them to, it'll stay that color. So that's what I wanted. And they're all around the back here. Real simple. They stuck on really good and tight. I'll leave a link in the description for everything that I did today, and how much everything is down there on Amazon. I don't have any affiliate links. I don't care about all that. I'm just gonna give you guys the tools to do the same thing that I did. So, you know, it's not hard. I just drilled a hole and ran the wire in and put it in. But if you're interested in something like this, this makes it so easy to do if you're out fishing and you have to turn on that light. If it's so late that you have to turn that light on right there, the 360 light, then you'll probably won't be able to see to tie lures, to unhook fish. A lot of guys wear a headlamp, but I don't want to go around with a headlamp too. So this way I've got these lights, and I can also take another set of them and put like some green lights up here, like right up here on the bow, like right here on the corner, shining down towards the water, like some green lights that shine out and light up the water right there to see, make it a little bit easier to see up front. Or even another type of LED light, put a light right out here on the front. You know, stick an LED light right here and have it pointed out that way. So if I wanted to do anything else, I've got one more switch right here. I've got one more switch to use to do other stuff. Anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, think I'm just silly for putting these lights on my kayak, then give it a thumbs down. But I tried to tell you guys how to do this stuff and show you guys this stuff, but I've been hot, and it's been a hot day, and I threw a fishing rod into the water today by accident. I knocked it into the water. I was all frustrated because I wasn't catching anything, and I thought, I'm going home and making a video about this. I'm gonna go finish these lights so I don't have to do it later and get these lights in. So anyway, that's it, YouTube. Take it easy. I'm out. Later.